Hey everyone, welcome to the session. Okay, before we begin, I want to ensure that all of you guys are in the correct place. So at the same time, I'm also using a noise filter microphone right here because I have a little bit of renovation work going around, like some repairs in my place and also neighbor's place. So what's going to happen is that in a couple of moments, I'm going to be introducing Jerry, one of our longtime members of the Binary Lab, and also one of the most consistent traders that I've known, in the span of time that we've been opening the Binary Lab as well. So when I introduce him out to speak, at this point in time, even if he speaks, I will not be able to hear him because I'm using the noise filter microphone, and that doesn't allow me to hear my speakers. So whenever I stop talking, I'm basically going to mute myself out, and he's going to come ahead and speak. In the meantime, what I need you guys to do for me is that if you could come straight to this group, Jerry's Price Action Trading Lab preview. This is where we're going to be doing all the interactions during the webinar as well. So when you have questions, when you have like anything that you wish to ask or find out, come on to this group, and that's gonna be helping you. That's going to be helping you post your questions so that we know where to get it. Okay, I'm going to be making a quick post right here. Okay, so I can see that we have right now about 180 of you on this webinar. So thank you for taking the time to come out to this online session right now. And I posted in the group, comment below so I know you're in the right place. So I should see, at least a third of you commenting over there. And then with that, we're basically going to get started because Jerry, I think he's, he's still meditating, meditating to get ready for his first webinar to, probably the most participants he's ever spoke to in life. But in the meantime, before I bring him out, I want to tell you about Jerry. Jerry, as you know, he's also right now my Binary Lab affiliate manager. He's been running the trading. He's been running the affiliate trainings for the Binary Lab affiliates so far. I feel that he's been basically a very good student and a very good steward as well. He's been very spontaneous in asking me for stuff and learning stuff. But on the area of trading, I think one of the reasons that I was very interested in what he's been doing was that there were the days that we all know that as a general in Binary Lab webinars, we may have hit a very bad basket of trades. And on the other hand, he was there posting his 8-0 wins. So that gave me a curiosity about the way that he does his trading. That made me wonder, like, how is he able to pull that off when the rest of us are doing not so good, and especially like on the days that I decided to stop trading because it was like holidays or some kind of a either public holiday or bank holiday, or even in a part of the year like close to the new year where we decided that it's probably best not to trade. He still went on to trade as usual and was still posting great results. So that made me want to find out about how he's doing his stuff, and he showed me some stuff. I was not impressed simply by his techniques, because what he's going to be sharing with you is probably going to be some of you may find that it's something that you've seen people do, you've seen people post videos about, you've read about it, but at the same time, I was impressed at when I say I was not impressed by the trading technique itself, because that was something that you say, oh, I know that, I've seen that being done. But what impressed me about this gentleman was that when he does his when he spoke to me about it, the mindset aspect that he was coming at the same kind of trading that impressed me. So it's a combination of both a method and a mindset of application, which I think you guys must agree with me that you can have the best trading method, but without the right mindset, just cannot be successful. So the way that he was sharing that with me, even though he's in his mid-20s, I was very impressed by the amount of maturity that he has, that he could bring forward. And later on, when he comes on, be sure to encourage him, because he might be having jitters on such a big webinar as this. And I encourage you guys to ask as many questions as you may have, because when the more you participate, that is going to give him more. That's going to give him more inspiration, and also to help loosen him up to share with you more information than probably he's scripted to share with you guys. So I think there must be a questions thread somewhere as well. Okay, Catherine has made a post. It says here, post your session questions here, not in chats, to keep them compiled. So this is the best place. Like this, I'm going to type like here. So we haven't started yet, so obviously you don't have questions yet. So that's what you'll be able to do later on. And okay, let's look at, well, there's a lot of you on this webinar. I know you guys are already in the right place, which is great. So today we're going to be learning a new style of trading, and Jerry actually has been running his own private group for some time as well. And I asked to be invited to that small private group of his. I asked to view some of his webinars as well, and I thought it's very interesting, the value that he was sharing with his members, and that's what you're going to be able to get today. So more information about that. I hope you guys are all excited. I'm going to bring him on right now. Let me unplug my microphone and bring him out. Jerry, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, Jerry. So, hello everyone. Hello, Jerry.
Hi, Julian. You all good to go?
Let's hear. Can everyone hear Jerry loud and clear? Yes? No? You can just comment on this thread right here. If you can hear, fine. If you need to get close to the microphone, or anything. Okay, that's good. So, what do you have on the menu for us today, Jerry?
Right.
Bring it on. I'm gonna pass the screen to you, and the moment you get that, I'm gonna mute myself out, and you can take over.
All right. No.
Just feel call on to me whenever I'm gonna mute myself out anytime.
All good. All right. Hello and welcome. Everyone can see my screen. Please continue commenting on the same thread. Yes or no? Hey, Michael. Hey, Ferris, Harold, Xander. Sweet. All right. All right. So let's get started. All right. I wanna talk to you guys about the way I trade, and the potential methods that you can, and the mindset that you can use and apply to aid your own trading. All right. Hey, Kevin, and then Joe's. Welcome everyone. All right. First of all, I see a lot of fuss about between all of you guys talking about this indicator and that indicator, and I want that software, I want this signal service, blah 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 blah. All right, let me tell you guys something. If you are trading, I'm sure 90% of you, if you are trading, that means you are in this for the big money. All right, you don't want this as a secondary source of income. Most of you, I'll say more than 95% of you, want to take this as your full-time business one day, because you don't have a boss, you don't have to answer anyone, you don't have to do 9 to 5 for anyone. You are your own boss, you can make as much as you want. It's the only thing standing between you and the financial freedom is your technique and your mindset. So because this is a kind of business that you have no limits on. You can take it as far as you want. You see Julian's account. I mean, $2 million. Wow, that's like a lifetime dream for most of us, isn't it? All right. So first of all, I wanna talk about your current methods of what you guys are doing. What at the moment you guys are doing, all you guys are doing is, all right, I have my RSI over here, I have my Bollinger Band touch, I have my value chart at 1.75. Let me take a put, or let me take a call. All right, this is what you guys are doing. Am I right or wrong? Yes or no? That's all you guys are doing. RSI is oversold, my stochastics is oversold, MACD is coming down. So yes, I should take a put. You guys have no idea what those candles are saying or what those candles are doing to you. Now, have you ever wondered that you find these kind of techniques, they work in specific times of the day, or specific times of the day or of the week or of the month, when you get, oh my god, I got a 10-1, but next day you go a 110 and you completely blow everything out of the roof, right? So one day you get a 10-1, the second day you are getting a 110. Why is that happening? Have you guys ever asked yourselves what's wrong? It's the same chart, it's the same indicators. If Julian was here, he would have won it, but I am here, I am losing it. Why? Have you guys ever asked yourselves? Law of averages bad. True. Now the only way you guys can increase your win rate, is by understanding how these indicators are working. Does any one of you, how does a Bollinger Band work? What is a Bollinger Band? Any idea? Anyone? Yeah, I'm waiting for your replies. Come on, talk to me. Any idea what Bollinger Band is, or how do they work? Any idea what RSI is? All indicators follow price action. Yes, that's right. Standard deviation from MA, kind of. Momentum volatility, yeah, kind of. Anything else? What is a Bollinger Band? How does it work? They are derived from price, true. Mathematical formulas, true. Price action, yep. All right. So let me come to the point. All right. Have you guys ever used the settings of a Bollinger Band? Have you guys ever used a Bollinger Band? Let me put something. I don't know how to use this one, but I'll try. All right, here is my Bollinger Band, guys. I don't use MT4s. I hate MT4s, so I use TradingView, just because I don't use indicators myself anyway. But yeah, so I don't use any of that stuff. All right, so let me talk to you something about Bollinger Bands. All right, let us go to the settings of Bollinger Band. See, length, source, standard deviation. What is the length? The number of candles it is going to use to derive its price, or derive its boundaries outside and inside. Source, what portion of that candle is it going to use to analyze or derive the upper and lower limits of its boundaries? It's going to use the close. Standard deviation, what is the mean price and how much is it deviating from the mean price? Now, to answer your question, you see why the Bollinger Bands are smaller here and why are they bigger here? The candles are small. Now, why are when the candles are small, that means the price is not going too far away from the mean price, and that is why they are contracted. Now, as soon as the price goes up, as soon as the price kind of widens out, it widens the distance from the mean price, and that is why your Bollinger Bands start widening up again. Now, do you guys understand that these Bollinger Bands, These are just a derivation from the standard price. Yes or no? These are just a derivation, just using a mathematical, simple mathematical formula. They are adding up the close price of the last 20 candles. They are dividing it by 20, and they have this middle line. All right. Then they use a standard deviation formula, sum over the mean, with the standard deviation of 2, and that's how they get the upper and the lower limits. So the basic idea is that these indicators, these are actually a derivation of a price action itself. Now, if I give you to find the mean time of the past 49.57 seconds. By the time you are calculating it, the time has already moved, and by the time you place your answer out there, the thing has already happened, the time has passed, we don't need that answer anymore, that answer is invalid. It's the same thing here. In every indicator, no matter which one you use, you can buy an indicator for $1 million, it is still going to do the same thing. It is just going to apply a mathematical formula, and by the time it gives you an answer in the form of a line, the price is already passed. This is what your Bollinger Bands and your relative strength index and RSIs are doing. Here is your RSI. How many times the price was oversold and the price still went up? All right. Let me draw some lines. It was should be here. All right. It was oversold here. Let me bring that here. It was oversold here. It was oversold here. It was oversold here. How many times you took a trade like this and lost it? Countless number of times. This happens to you every damn day. Now, if you really want, honest, I personally don't use any indicators, all right? So if you really want to use indicators, I suggest you learn price action first. For example, if I have if I have a resistance over here, a support over here, this blue line is my support, all right? I have my support over here, and then I just look that is my price. I have this strong support here, and is my RSI giving me a confirmation? Now remember, I said confirmation. Indicators are meant to indicate, not to give you a signal which you can solely close your eyes and place a trade. If I want to buy here, I need to know what area of my chart I'm trying to buy or sell. Then I will look, is my indicator giving me some valuable information? Is there a divergence? Is there a divergence which I can follow? All right, here's the divergence for those who use indicators. You see this divergence? You see this divergence? See? It might seem small if you go on an M5. It'll be bigger than what it is right now. See that? Divergence to the downside, divergence to the upside. Now, how many times do these trades work? Not all the time. How many times do you get divergence? How many times divergence fakes out? All the time. All right. So first of all, I want you guys to clear this in your head. What are indicators and what is the price itself doing? All right. Now that this is clear of what indicators are and how you are meant to use them, all right? So how about we just get rid of the middleman, all right? You want to buy a property, you go to a broker and he sets you up with some guy who owns the property. And how about we take that broker in the middle out and we just talk to the seller himself? This is exactly what I do. Now, when we know that all the indicators are being derived from the price, I got rid of all those indicators. It took me a while. Now, this is the most blunt answer I can ever give you. Even I was damn sure that the price is gonna go down. Looking at a naked chart, looking at a clean chart like this, I still wasn't able to place a trade because my mindset was so fussed about I need to look down here somewhere to look at my indicators. My value chart is here or my RSI is here. All right, trading without indicators can get you 50 times 50 times more number of trades and 50 times better quality trades. I'm not saying you will win 100 out of 100. You will never win 100 out of 100. If you can be consistent for a while, you can win 100 out of 100 for a while. But this is where your mindset comes in. Even after I learned everything, now what I'm talking about, I didn't pick this up from somewhere and I blindly applied it. There is no strategy in this whole damn world. All right, there is absolutely no strategy in this whole damn world which works all the time. For example, all right, let me just jump to M30 and let us just, all right, here is my, I have a support here, right? Simple line, nothing, no fuss about it. All right, now I give you a very basic thing. Whenever the price comes down here, you buy. All right, close your eyes, buy 10 candles, 20 candles, screw the expiry, screw everything else. You get a price, you buy. You have a resistance, close your eyes, forget about everything, sell, 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 sell. I want you to do that. But the problem is, first of all, it is difficult. It takes a while to adjust your eyes to trade without looking at any indicator. First point. Second point, you will find that these are not enough. Every time I started trading on a clean chart, just looking at supports and resistances. And I'm sure many of you might have done this. If you have done this, I want to congratulate you that you are on the right track. All right. Now, you will see by the time you realize that this is a support or a resistance, and the time you decide that okay, this is a support, and when the price gets back here, I'm gonna buy. You will see every that damn time the support broke, and you'll end up thinking the market is against me. It always breaks only when I want to trade. Has this happened to you or not? Comment in the same thread. Has it happened to you or not? Every time when I am trying to trade, the market is so against me. Yes, a lot. Right? Always. See that? Now, this is where your mindset comes in. Do you have the guts to do the same right thing over and over and over and over every goddamn time if I teach you the right way? Even if it ends up losing. Because let me tell you something very honestly, and let me tell you something very bluntly. I'm repeating my words. There is no strategy in this world that works all the time. Most of you have been on YouTube looking at so many webinars or recordings, and you'll see all the people, all the really successful ones. All right, all the really successful ones, they don't use any indicator on the chart. Even if they use an indicator, it might be just maybe an RSI tops or maybe a stochastic. And you will hear them talking that all right, 90% of their attention is on the candles rather than the stochastic. They'll spend 20 minutes analyzing what it is going on the candles, and then they look at the stochastic. Oh yeah, my stochastic is there as well, so yeah, it seems like a good thing. First of all, I want you guys to change your mindset. I have come across extremely bad traders who still make money. They still use the same systems that you guys are using those bunch of indicators and waiting for that holy grail combination of all of them to take the perfect trade. You know what? There is no perfect combination. There is absolutely none. All right, let me confess. I have a friend from Florida. We became friends on Facebook. He is a hacker. All right. So I don't want to name anything, but I have hacked more than 20 websites of different trading groups, and excuse my wording, they're all full of shit. Each and every one of them is full of shit. You might have encountered previous groups that might have been launched. All they do is when ASI is below RSI, you take a call, you take a call, you take a call. It doesn't work that way. You guys need to understand, first of all, mentality. You learn the right thing, all right, then you keep applying that right thing over and over and over and over again. There will be instances that you're gonna lose, yes, but your motive is not to give up. And when I am done teaching you the way I trade, you may or may not make money, but one thing you will never ever do is blow your account. I can write it on a goddamn stamp paper and give it to you. But but again, it comes to the mindset. How many people are ready to apply the same thing over and over and over, even if it didn't work for maybe two times or three times out of 10? Most of you want to win every single time. You lose two trades and you are disheartened and you want to get out of there. That is the problem. All right. So now let me teach you something right now. Now we have cleared how indicators work. Now we have cleared why price action is the best way to trade. All right. Now let me add something more to price action. The best thing that I found out about learning and trading with price action is I don't have to look at anything else. Now let me do another confession right in front of everyone. I have 200 people watching this right now. When you are when you are trading with those 5 or 10 indicators on your screen and you are waiting for all of them to give the same signal, trust me, 90% times out of 9 out of 10 times all of them have conflicting signals. And when finally after waiting for 2 hours you get everything at the same spot, you end up losing the trade. Yes or no? Be blunt honest here. Yes or no? I'll tell you legit. I have legit waited for 3 hours and 47 minutes max to wait for that combination. And I ended up, I mean, it's even a shame to tell you how badly I lost that trade. Was I lost by like 15 pips in like 15 minutes. All right. So, all right, now let's jump to the main stuff. I'm going to teach you, first of all, how do you draw your support and resistance lines. You can pick up any time frame, doesn't matter, it works on everything. No matter it's a weekly, it's a monthly, it's a daily, whatever you want to do, whatever time frame suits your personality. If you like to wait, jump on a higher time frame. If you are more of a quick touch and go trader, I suggest you use a smaller time frame. All right. Oops. All right. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. All right. Let's jump to Euro USD. I'm just teaching you support and resistances at this stage, and then we'll see how we go from there on. All right. All right. This is my line tool. Now you see, I wanna pick up the areas where the price has bounced off most of the times. See, the price bounced off here, here, here. All right. Good. Another one. Price bounce of here, 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 over here, here. All right. Let me do another one. Here, another one. Yep. All right. Another one. I see another one right over here somewhere. All right. Now what I'll do, I'll have another one over here because that's the tops of always. All right. The first thing I want to do is I want to mark the highest point and the lowest point that I can see on my chart. Highest point. Let me color it out. Highest point, lowest point. Everyone got that right now? Yes or no? Talk to me. Come on. Everyone got that so far? And not only get it, does this make sense so far? Yes, yes, yes. Good. All right. Good. Awesome. All right, guys. First of all, I don't believe the way I started this webinar was if you are here, you are in this for the big money. And let me clear you out something. If you are in this for the big money, there is absolutely no one in this world who will make money for you. Everyone will have a hidden agenda. Everyone, if someone is offering a signal service or a trade copier or whatever, all right, if they are offering that, yes, it's a part of the business. It's not a bad thing to do for I mean, if I in future, if I end up starting a signal service, it's just a part of the business. But you guys can use something like that only for a shorter period of time. You guys can use something like that for maybe earning another $1,000 or $2,000 a month. But I don't think if you are here trading, no one wants a 1 grand or 2 grand. You are here for millions, right? Am I right on this one? If you are here for millions, not for 100 or not for 100 or 200, not for 100 or $200 every 2 days or every month or every week. All right. So what I suggest to you guys is you need to become independent traders. Stop relying on software signals. I heard a lot of fuss about this harmonic scanner. Oh my god, it is such a disaster. I don't even want to talk about it. It repaints every 5 seconds, and people are selling it for like $500. Or join this broker, and we'll send you this harmonic scanner. Then God knows what. All right. So now coming back to the chart, just look at the best thing about the lines that I've drawn. Have a good look at this. Every time the price comes back, it does something. Even if it breaks, it stalls. 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 Right? Does this make sense? This is the kind of things you need to do. All right? Get rid of all your indicators. Now this is I've given you a very basic thing. You guys will be shocked to hear this is not even the tip of the iceberg to the depth of technical analysis that I go into. This is not even the tip of the iceberg. It seems very nice and pretty, but let me tell you something. It is very nice and pretty when you are pulling up the charts from the back like this, but when you are in a moving market live, people sweat and it is difficult. It's a whole new game. It's a whole new thing. Any random guy, any random douchebag trader can pull up charts like this and draw these lines. All right. So it's a whole new thing. So this is where I want you guys to understand that again, this is where your mindset comes in. All right. Try and understand how the price is behaving. Identify the zones where you can see which where your price can reverse. All right. Now let me do tell you something what I have done to bring you out something like this. I've created a program. All right. Now I currently used to run a I am still running a group. Let me show you guys what my students are doing so far. I've picked up very handful of people, and you'll see what results they are picking up. Now let me tell you something. You trade like this, there is not a single time, I repeat my words, not a single time you will ever have to martingale. All right, look at these results. Now these are not my results because it doesn't make sense me showing you my results. Look at the results of the students. Lost. Yes, happens. Win, lost, win. That's 4 losses, 6 wins. Now look at all of these. None of them are martingales, none of them are stones. Check out the prices, check out the times. 1312, 1341, 1425, 1724, 27, 39, 15, 26. Single trade for every last single entry for every last trade. One loss, 2 loss, 80% win rate. Setups, no indicators at all. 4 wins, win, lost, win. All right. So I can go on and on with this. What I want you guys to understand is how important is this. Now to bring this out to you guys, what I've done, I've created a program which is a set of 7 to 8 videos. All right. Now that videos of honestly, I was told to do that, but let me tell you something honestly. They are not going to help you. Those videos are just guidelines. I always talk to my students. They always say, give us specific rules for trading. Let me be very blunt. There are no rules. You tell me one rule in this in anything that works with trading 100% of the times. It is always your mindset. It is always the way you look at things. All right. Now, what I want you guys to do, first of all, I've made a 6 to 7 videos program in which I cover how to draw supports and resistances. Now this looks very nice and pretty. If you go down to an M1, it's a goddamn mess. All right. So these rules for drawing these support and resistances, these change drastically. All right. Same goes with trend lines. Same goes with patterns. So I made one video for support and resistances, for trend lines, for chart patterns, for expiry times, for what time frame you need to choose, and what kind of mindset you need to have. All right. Now, again, I'm repeating, these videos will just be a guideline. You cannot base your trades solely on them. All right. And secondly, I will be doing at least, um, till now, I've been doing 3 to 4 sessions a week, London's and New York especially. I will be doing at least four sessions from now onwards. All right. Now, the best bit is I do trend follows and I do trend reversals as well. So even now, this may seem harsh, but let me be very blunt. Even if you lose a trade, you will know when to martingale and when not to martingale. I've done more than 20, 30 sessions right by now, and not even a single time has it, not even a single trade we've ever martingaled. Not one time, you name it, not even one time ever. Now let me show you one of my students who's Adam. He's been with me for about 5 6 months, and he is still on a demo. Now, why is he still on a demo? Not because the methods or the strategies are not good enough, but because he himself hasn't been able to put much time in it. Let us hear what Adam has to say. He sent me a video a couple of days ago. Let's see what he's got to say for this.
Hey guys, my name's Adam, and today I'm going to talk to you about what I've been learning with Jerry Singh's private mentoring and coaching over the past 6 months, and how it's really changed my perspective and my approach to how I trade. So just very quickly at the beginning, before I met Jerry, I was seriously struggling to understand how to trade, using loads and loads of templates with millions of indicators. And, over time, I actually ended up blowing two $500 accounts, which is not good, not proud of that, but yeah. However, during that time, I noticed Jerry, posting a lot of his really, really fantastic results on, in the binary lab and on his profile as well, with, simple price action strategies, which at the time I knew nothing about. So I became friends with him, and, we started chatting about trading, and, he told me that he'd be giving private one-on-one sessions with people. So I decided to go for that, and it has completely changed how I trade. Jerry has taught me so much about simple price action, naked trading, and not having to rely on any indicators or the use of martingaling on any of the trades I take. So the things I've learned, let me just open up my charts, is, how to draw your support and resistance lines correctly, spotting and drawing your trend lines, identifying chart patterns and how to trade them when they occur, understanding candlestick behavior, looking at different time frames to place a trade for better entries, the psychology of trading, and also really how to combine all of this into practice and place winning trades. But, do bear in mind that I had no idea what support and resistance, trend lines, etc., really were before I started getting coaching with Jerry. So all the information has helped tremendously. The methods and strategies that Jerry has taught me are, very simple, very logical, very easy to understand. It's all naked trading, and simple price action. And again, just not rely on any indicators and never martingale any of the trades. Let me just show you some of the results that I posted earlier on in the week. Did 4 wins, 2 on the GU, 2 on the EU. I knew exactly what was going on. I was very happy with this. I knew what I was doing. I was applying some of the methods, and I was very happy with the results. And Jerry has given me a lot of useful sites to learn on, including baby pips, which I'm sure some of you guys already know. If you don't, I highly suggest you check it out. Last thing before I finish, this one thing I really want to stress, which I'm sure you guys already know. If you guys want to get better at trading, and you want to make trading, your secondary or even your primary source of income, you need to put in a lot of effort, as in like an hour, 2 hours, or even more every day, learning how to understand how the market behaves and putting everything into practice. And, once you do that, you will improve over time. As simple as that. Put in the work and you will get results. So that's just what I wanted to talk to you guys about, what I've been learning with Jerry Singh. He really, really knows his stuff. He has helped me so much. And if you guys are struggling with, naked trading or just trading in general, I highly suggest you guys get in contact with him. It is, again, he has helped me so much. I'm still in a demo. I'm still learning. I'm going to be going live quite soon. I'm super excited. Jerry knows his stuff. Again, if you guys are struggling, get in contact with him. I guarantee he's really, really going to help you. So thanks for listening, guys. Good luck with everything, and good luck with trading.
All right. That was Adam. So now, as we've been around 35 minutes into this, I want to talk to you guys. If you guys hold on a minute, if you guys have Any questions in what we have talked so far? Now, before the questions, I want to stress more on what I am looking what I am looking to do after this webinar. All right. First of all, I'm keen to teach people. All right. But I am not keen to teach every one of you. With all due respect, I mean it by no disrespect, but I really want to spend my time whom I really feel they're worth it. All right. Now the way I will be doing that is what am I looking for in a trader. I'm not looking for your trading skills. Screw the trading, screw the techniques, screw the methods. I'll teach you every single last one thing that you need to know. All right. But the kind of people I'm looking to work with who have developed a stable mindset. All right. Now, let me give you a very kind of, you say, unbiased opinion. Trading is not easy. All right. 95% of you will fall off after spending months and years. I'm not saying about my program or any other program in the world, 95% of you will fall off. Not because my program or any other program is not good enough, but because you didn't have the guts to stick. I have blown more than 20 demo accounts and more than 7 live accounts to finally get it right. Even after getting it right, it's a shame to say I blew up another account. Not because I didn't know how to trade, not because I picked these strategies from somewhere. First of all, I did not pick these strategies from somewhere. It has been a development. It's been a development of, I don't believe in backtesting much. I believe because what you are seeing at your screen right now, it's so stable and it's so calm and it's just standing there, and you are looking for the same thing to happen. For example, if I say if the price goes back up here, I'm going to do a sell, but you'll see it ends up blowing the roof out of this window. I'm not saying it will, I'm saying it might. Even if it gives you a retracement once, the next time you want to trade again, it blows the resistance right off and you lose the trade. What I am looking for, the kind of people to work with, the one who have developed a very stable skill set. Think about this, guys. How many years, whatever professions you are doing, or I wanna let's state your professions. I wanna talk to you personally. What professions do you belong to? Are you a teacher? Are you an engineer? Are you a doctor? Or whatever profession you have been following so far? Because the way I teach people is I really like to know them. I know where they are coming from. I know what they are actually looking for. All right. So I'm very keen. I'm very keen to see what profession. Please don't make a post. Please just comment on the post that I've made. Just keep commenting on that. Computer science student. Yep. Well, social worker. High five to all the engineers. I feel your pain. I really feel your pain. I'm an engineer. I'm a so-called engineer. Facilities engineer, Hunter Sheng. I feel sorry for you, man. Musician, that's awesome. All right, who else? Come on, I want to talk to you guys. Bachelor degree, system database. All right. So let me tell you something about transportation engineer, musician, IT consultant. Sweet. Aircraft mechanic. All right. So I see all of you are coming from different backgrounds. But let me tell you something about myself. I am the last person you want to talk finance to. I am the worst person you want to talk banks and all these financial stuff to. I don't understand this. I am really, really dumb with this. All right. I'm 25 years old, and yes, I'm turning 26 tomorrow. It's my birthday tomorrow. So yep. hooray for that. And and I don't come from a social background, I don't come from a financial background. So for me it was a complete turnaround. The only thing that kept me here was not the skills, was not the patience. So many times I got fed up of all this, and I have no idea how much struggle I've done. I've been reading goddamn books on a Sunday damn afternoon. There is not a I've watched more than thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube to finally bring it all in one package which can be used. Now even if you find stuff like this, now this is not something new. Let me tell you the most basic thing that I do. I sell at a resistance, I buy at a support. As simple as that. This is all I do. I draw a couple of lines, I sell at a resistance, I buy at a support. This is all I do. There is nothing fancy about it. I don't use anything on my computer, on my chart. Only thing I use is a bar timer, because there are two things that are really, really important when you are trading binary. You may find this stuff doing on a Forex, but trust me, those Forex strategies, they don't work. Because you have in forex you have you have the difference between a stop loss and a take profit. You always give the you always give enough space for the price to move around and finally go into your into your favor. But in binary you can't do that. How many times has it happened that how many times has it happened you say you did a 5 minute put and you said, oh, if it was 10 minutes I would have won it, if it was 15 minutes I would have won it. Or let me tell you something, 90% of you know where the price is gonna go, and you are good at this. I know you are good at this. I seen you guys posting screenshots. 90% of you know where the price is gonna go. What you don't know is when and from where the price is gonna go back. That is what you're struggling with. So you may come into my program or not. Honestly, it, it, I love teaching, and that is why I've started this. All right, and that is the only reason. All right, so what I want you guys to understand is, again, it comes back to the mindset. You need to be mature, you need to understand what the right thing is, you need to be calm, you need to keep doing the same thing even if you have not got good results maybe from 2 days or 3 days. But one thing I can assure you, I can write it on anywhere to tell you guys that this the only way you can be successful traders is by holding yourself together. Have a trading plan. You'll see, I used to do loads of trades. Last week I just did 20 trades. Only 20 trades in last week. I was busy, yes, but the max I would have done was maybe 35, maybe 40 tops. I'm sure most of you would do 40 trades in a day. If not one day, maybe 2 days tops, 3 days max. All right, so again, it's about the mindset. Do what you are meant to do it the right way, even the right way. Treat my program as any other profession. How many years do you take to become an engineer? How many years do you become to take a doctor? Now even if you become a doctor, even if you passed all your exams, you got that degree in your hands, are you a very good doctor when you start? No. Are you a very good engineer when you start? No. It is not going to work that way. So this is what I'm looking for, the people whom I will be personally teaching one to one. If not one to one, we might do a few sessions one to one, and the other ones will be in a group. All right, so I want people who understand the maturity of this kind of business. I want people who are ready to put in the hard work and effort. Even if I tell you everything that I know, for you to understand and grab this, it will take time. For some of you, it might be a click. You might get it in 2 weeks or maybe 1 week. I can't say. For me, it took me, again, for me, it hasn't been one pick up and drop something. It has been a development because I've developed these timings, these time frames, these methods myself. All right. So it will take time. If you think you are good enough to have the patience, have that tolerance, take it easy even if you lose. Again, I do have a couple of money management strategies which allow me that even if I don't make a profit, I still not make a loss. I Let me tell you guys something. I Most of you have traded news, right? My method is 90% accurate in news. 90% accuracy in the news. Usually my accuracy is, it's not 90%, it's somewhere around 70 to 75%. Out of the 10 or 20 or 30 sessions I've done, I've only had like one or two losing sessions. I was down by like $20 or maybe $50 or something like that, like tops. If on a $5,000 account, if you're down by $50, I think that's quite reasonable. And once in 30 days or twice in 30 days, it's no big deal. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. And if you think you are up to the task, I want you guys to have a keen look at what I will be teaching and what I will be offering. So now I will hand this over to Julian, if Julian is here, and he will further clarify on what we will be.
Yes, I am. Just
uh,
getting some stuff ready. Okay, because there's some renovations going on. Well, guys. Well, once again, if you guys saw my post in the Facebook group, I posted something like, if you think Jerry is doing a great job, just go ahead and comment, because this is the first time I've only watched his recordings and his affiliate training webinar up till now, but I've never ever like been on his webinar like live like this. And as you know, in fact, I'm even going to make a open apology, that I up to this point, Jerry, I really underestimated you. I think you've really outdone yourself today, and I think you've done an awesome job. And I'm just so impressed by the amount of stuff that you shared. So guys, if you feel the same way, if you feel that Jerry has done an awesome job here, just comment. Uh, just comment on this post. I think over here. I said, if you think Jerry's doing a great job, comment below, because I think he's just blowing out so many experts in this field. Um, yeah, and you just can't beat a cussing Indian.
that is so racist. That is not fair.
But it's awesome. I love it. I love the stuff you're doing, and okay, so let's move on to this program. As you know, like Jerry runs a group, and I wanted to tell you a bit more about that as well. So at this point of time, like Jerry has how many members do you have in your group at the moment?
I have about 14 people.
14 people. Okay, so right now, that has basically been like the focus group. Okay, so um, I've been telling Jerry to just basically follow up with that group and let me know the results and give me a post about how people are doing. And so far, the result has been very positive. And from that point, he's also gained a much greater understanding. And I've been looking at the progression of his expertise in the webinars from one webinar to the most recent, especially, and that has shown me, that I think he's ready to take on more. And if you guys have been attentively watching the webinar that he's been conducting for the past hour, I think you guys must also agree that this young man knows exactly what he's talking about to very precise detail as well. So basically, what we have here, I'm just going to pause my screen, make sure that we are on the correct page. Um, Jerry is currently looking for about uh, is looking for like 10 people to work with on a very close basis. Okay, I just want to know how many of you are interested. How? Okay, just a moment. Just a moment. Just made a post here. How many of you are at this point very interested in Jerry's mentorship program right now? Could you comment on this post right here? Because he's only working a work with like 10. Okay, so if there's a little bit of a surplus, we have to ask him, because he really wants to ensure that everyone is going to be successful in this. Like at this point of time, I've told him that, I've promoted other people in the past, and at this point of time, I want to ensure that the quality is kept to the max, because we really want only good testimonials, none of the bad ones. Okay. Wow. Looks like, Jerry, you have a lot of work cut out for you right now. So here's the brief details of this. We're going to be starting out on next Monday. That's the 25th of January. Okay, so 25th of January, Jerry is going to be starting his first webinar. I'm going to be typing out some details. Okay, we'll starting on the 25th of January. He's going to be running 3 to 4 webinars per week. It's going to be an exclusive group of 10. At the same time, Jerry, could you clarify, because just now I heard you mention a little bit about some private stuff. Could you mention to us? Could you clarify? Like what that is?
All right. So regarding the private mentorship, I will be giving a one-to-one session for the very first time for the new ones, and it can be a 1 hour or a 2 hour session max. And
Wow.
yep, I'm willing to. For the very first time, it will be nothing. It will be just free of cost for the ones who've been approved in the group, and yeah, I'm keen to spend 1 or 2 hours with them and talk to them one to one, or max two persons in a group. That's the max, because honestly, when we talk one to one, everyone has a different point of view. So having a
Yeah.
two people conversation, it's better, because you get to hear the other person's question that might have been your question. It might clear you more, or it's I've found
Yeah.
that talking with two people at the same time is better than one to one, and I'm happy to do that.
Okay. And so I don't. So is it 1-to-1 or 1-to-2? Because I only what is it going to be?
All
Or
right,
depending on availability.
I can do 1 to 2. 1 to 2 will
Okay.
be better. Yeah.
And then, so they'll be getting one session. And okay, would you recommend that they take this 1-to-1 after maybe a week or 2 weeks of webinar training and going through the videos, or right at the start, or what would you recommend?
Honestly, the way I've made the videos, they are pretty self-explanatory. However, I still recommend that those should just be used as a guideline. I suggest you to watch the webinars and everything for good 3 weeks. And if
Okay.
they stick around for 3 weeks, they won't ever need to talk to me again. I mean, that's some confident thing.
So one session best used after 3 weeks. Okay. And so this program, you can expect to not martingale,
Never,
and at the
not a
same time,
non. It's a never
yeah,
martingale thing.
and it's all market conditions.
It is. All right. One thing I haven't stated is, um, as ridiculous as this may sound, the past three NFPs, I predicted them 2 days ago what they was going to happen. All the news. If you are in my webinar, I will tell you almost the exact price where the price is going to reverse. It will be
So
within that five
when you
six range.
when you say predict, do you mean that with regards to using like the news fundamentals, or just purely chart?
Purely charts. I am not a fundamental guy, and I don't think binary is something that can be done on fundamentals. It is purely technical, and it has proved highly accurate over the time.
And Would it also work given on like the very strange market conditions we've been seeing, like the past 24 hours, for instance? Like we had a really weird Asian session just at this time yesterday, and we also had a very weird New York session where basically there was just this ridiculous one-way movement of the price. Would you have been able to help people get that down in terms of profitable trades as well?
All right. The way I trade is I know this might sound a bit overwhelming, but the way I trade is I've traded during Christmas. All right, I did make my Facebook post on the other Facebook that I'm not actually trading, but obviously someone like me, I just can't stay off my charts. So I did trade, and I traded it perfectly as I would have traded on any other day. I use the same mentality. All right, let me tell you guys something about news. People say the news is gonna come out. They are going to launch the news. The way I think is they are the news.
Right.
Whatever is gonna happen anyway, even if there was no news. I mean, I know
Absolutely.
this sounds ridiculous, but it has been very accurate, and it has proved its worth. Those people are the news. You see, there are $5 trillion in the industry, and they don't have a book about it. Again, it's all the mindset. Now you don't expect to make thousands and thousands of dollars in the first 2 weeks. It's all about acquiring the mindset. The sooner you get it, the better it will be. Over to you, Julian.
Okay. So yeah, these are just to restate the things that Jerry's been talking about. You're going to be getting 3 to 4 webinars per week, exclusive group of 10. But at the moment, I think we might be getting a few more. Do you think you can handle a few more, Jerry? Because these people are going to be needing. I'm concerned for you because of the one-to-one coaching, and the reason why we keep it very exclusive is because there's a very like because of the one-to-ones, and Jerry wants to make sure everyone's successful. So Jerry, how many do you think you can stretch? Let's say if we had to stretch it to 20, do you think you can handle that?
Um,
Or
uh,
somewhere around 15?
all right, I can do 15, but I won't. I'll try to refrain from more.
Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Basically, this is the information. I'm also gonna be putting a link right here. It's okay. So this is the link where you can actually click and join. Okay, so go to this post over here. Um, If you click on that, it's going to bring you to a new page, theBinaryLab.net/naked trading. I hope I got the URL correct. I will know in a couple of moments. Okay, so uh, this is, as mentioned, you're going to be receiving like 7 concise videos, 10 to 15 minutes each, explaining the vital mindset, skills, concepts. And then, so the price of this program is actually, we want to keep it very exclusive, but at the same time, it's not astronomical. As you know, Binary Lab has aggressively promoted other programs in the past, and some of those have cost much more than this. In fact, what we're charging this time around is probably less than a split payment of the previous program that we promoted. And if you guys have been on that webinar as well as this one, I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I mean, the guys I'm no longer working with. You guys can hear and judge for yourself. And if you wish to even share that, you can even share inside of the group how you think Jerry did today on this webinar versus the previous webinars that we've actually introduced in our program. Would you agree with me that Jerry has been a lot more informative and a lot more knowledgeable? Right? Do you actually feel a much greater confidence? I mean, for me, I feel that this guy could really go out there and run his own show. So yeah, exactly. So I thank you for that. Thank you for that. I totally agree. So back to this. Right now, it's going to be very exclusive because we want to focus on a small group of people. So you're going to be getting private coaching as well, a single session. The cost for this program, if you click the button, is actually 2,000. It's 2,000 USD. There's no split payments. There is no installment programs. And the reason for that is because we want to keep the right people inside the group. We don't want people who are going to be eventually crybabies and troublemakers, people who are going to be, on their last few $100 in their bank account, trying to make an installment and not being able to make the next one. Because if that's the case, you will not definitely be in the right frame of mind to be trading profitably. And I'm sure you guys want to be trading as profitably as possible. So that's why, it's going to be very frank with you, it's going to be 2,000. So if you click on that button, it's going to be opening a new window, and you'll see that it's 2,000. So R8 Holdings Private Limited, that's actually my company, so that you know that's going to the right place. So what's going to happen here is that once you make that payment through PayPal, and actually if you wish to do like actually PayPal is probably great. If any of you do not have PayPal in your country, or you wish to use a wire, you can actually let Jerry or Catherine know, and I'll basically provide you the wire information if that's better for you. But otherwise, use PayPal, and then I'm going to run through the instructions with you as well. So once you've made your payment, we're going to be sending you a link to complete a non-disclosure agreement. If you complete that, you'll be all set to proceed with the program starting on the 25th. And then at the same time, there's also broker discount. So, like as you know, it's always best to be using a separate strategy on a separate broker account, because you want to keep things very clean. Okay, so just to know that what you're doing is working well for you. That's the best way of keeping track, by opening a new broker account. At the same time, many of you only have a single broker account, so I highly encourage that. Let's say if you are looking to do this seriously, and you have a different, if you have just one broker account, open any one of these 3 brokers. Those in the US, I think you can only use elite options. The good news is that these 3 brokers I have listed this time, they are all regulated, and they have industry-leading price feeds. So 24 Option and StockPrep, they use their own proprietary price feed that's highly accurate. I think 24 Option is with Thomson Reuters, and Elite Options use Leverate. They use Leverate, the Forex price feed, and that's actually a regulated price feed as well. All 3 are excellent with withdrawals, so you have no concerns over there. All 3 of them, I've met them at the recent Berlin Affiliate Conference, and they're also aware that we have all kinds of traders involved. Most of our traders are savvy, so like basically in your initial call with any of the sales consultants with these brokers, you can let them know your experience level, and they're not going to inundate you with the stuff that you don't want to hear. So that's going to get you $200 off your course fee. So down from 2,000, it's going to be $1,800. You can either join and click and sign up now, and right after that, if you use any of these links, and okay, this is important, you have to use the broker links only on this page, and Catherine, can you please remind them as well to only use the links on this page, because all these links are specially coded. They're specially coded so that we know that they came from this webinar. So if you use these links and send the verification, so let's say if you recently joined Binary Lab using one of these brokers, use one that you don't have. If you want this promotion, I mean, it's optional because you get 200 off. But let's say if you're new, you don't need another account, then you just ignore that, because I'm just giving you guys a way to save a little bit. So you could actually join the program, and once you send in the deposit confirmation, the email to send to will be updated in the Facebook group. We'll send. We can either send you a rebate via PayPal, the same PayPal that you use to pay the program with, or alternatively, you can also go to sign up with a broker account here, and then once you send us the deposit confirmation, once again we're starting on the 25th of January, and then we'll send you a separate link to make your payment for this program. That's just going to be for $1,800. Okay, so that's basically what we have to share with you. And at this point in time, if there's any questions, oh yeah, actually, Catherine, are you around? I have to actually thank Catherine for making this arrangement for me to be able to work on such a close basis with Jerry. because Catherine was the one who, highlighted and nominated this young man that I should be speaking with him, because at that point of time he was coming out of college. He was looking for something to do, but he would love to do something that he's passionate about, which is trading. So Catherine asked me, do I have anything that I can have him to do? So at that point of time, I got him to come in as an additional admin and to help with binary lab affiliate issues. And at this point, Catherine, I'm gonna try and unmute you if you're around. Let me browse for you and okay, here we go. Catherine, can you hear me? Yeah.
Hi.
Hi there.
You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hi
yeah.
there.
Thank you so
Bear
much for
with me, I'm
introducing Jerry
tired.
to me.
Oh, you're welcome. Bear with me. I'm tired. It's 11:30. I've been up since 6:30. And I know Jerry more on a personal basis from the lab and instead of a trading basis. He's been with us, I believe, about 11 months maybe, Jerry. And I just want to say first, I was sitting here in tears, so proud of you, listening to you and your passion. I was just super, super proud. And I met Jerry. I don't even know how we started chatting. I've made lots of friends in the lab, but Jerry's become a very important friend to me, somebody I confide in and that I trust to confide in. And as you know, online and in business, it's hard to find someone that you can put stuff out there and not have it go spread around. So I just found him very competent, very integritous, very trustworthy. And when Julian approached me, if I knew Jerry, and I said to Julian, I've been a nurse and I've been doing the lab, 14 months now, and there's very few people that I will put my name behind. Probably in my nursing career, probably two, and very few online, and I put my name behind Jerry, and I just want to say he's doing me proud.
Okay, so I've just posted in this group as well. For those of you who have signed up, if you've already done so, or let's say or let's say after this webinar on a replay, look out for this post so that you can actually comment there, and then that's going to help us look out for your payments and look out for your deposit confirmations perhaps, and that's going to help us to add you to his price action group. As you can see, Jerry has just added a new price action group right here, and that's where we're going to be adding you. Are there any final questions before we log off this webinar? You might want to ask them over in this post, perhaps. This post that says Q&A. I'm
Can
going
you
to wait
still
on for
hear
a
me,
few minutes.
Julian?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we've missed anything, we'll scroll down through them in the next several hours to 12 and try to answer what we might have missed that's in through all the messages and stuff.
We're gonna give like another 5 minutes to anyone who want to ask some questions before we close off this webinar. So go ahead and post them in the Q&A section. Or Jerry, is there anything that you'd like to add before we finish off?
No, it's that's about it. If anyone has any question regarding what you will be getting on what kind of trading we will be doing, so please feel free to ask any damn question you want. I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to answer whatever you keen with. Xander, after I reach 15 people, I don't plan to take in anytime soon because I like to give personal attention to people. So consider this as the only chance for maybe next. Julian, what's the last date we have for enrollment?
Okay, so we will be keeping enrollments open until the I think it's written on the other page. So if you click on this one, our did I Okay, I think it's not written there. We'll be keeping this open until the 28th of January, so it's exactly a week from now. So, but as soon as we hit 15, we're basically going to be closing this off, and then we're going to be working very closely with you guys to get you guys results and profits. And the next time we open up again is probably going to be a couple of months from now, and a couple of months from now, there's not going to be the free coaching session included as well, and it's going to be a much higher price point as well.
And Vaughan, talking about your FIBO levels, again, it depends. It depends on the setup. If the setup is demanding a FIBO level, every just FIBO level by itself means nothing. All right, FIBO levels are just ratios where people think that the price should reverse. So this is so FIBO level just by itself means nothing. FIBO level needs to be used in conjunction of patterns, in conjunction of harmonics, in conjunction of ABCD patterns. Only then it is viable to use FIBO, which are mostly the long-term trades, and those are mainly used for Forex. Or however, you can do binary on them as well. Yeah, does that answer your question? Jiban, for the time frame, the way I trade, it works on all time frames from weekly to daily to 1 hour to 4 hour. I will be teaching what time frame to use, what kind of setup to choose, what you will know exactly what price are you targeting, and you will be waiting on your broker so that the broker gives you that price, and only then you will be taking the trade. So it's a combination of attacking the price that the broker is offering. It's a combination of the methods they will be using, the broker price and the expiry times. It's all a combination of everything to get a good result. TJ, I've been trading for 11 months. I've made around. I've only started live from the past 3.5 months. In 3.5 months, I took my two times I've taken my $1,000 accounts to 33-ish or 35-ish, and now currently I have two accounts. One is with CD options, and the other one is with option trade. The option trade one has around 12 grand in that, and CD option is a very small one. It has only got like 600 something. But however, for the purpose of this lab, I will be starting a new fresh account, maybe with only 500 or $1,000, and I will be taking every one of us, everyone who will be in the group, to trade with me during the sessions, and everyone will be getting together, so we are all on the same level. So if I start off with maybe 12K or 10K in my account, that would actually make no sense, because I would be able to take a lot more risk than what you guys can actually take. I hope that makes sense.
I think what Jerry just said is very, is very is very interesting because, like especially for a lot of the webinars that I do, a lot of people feel that, I mean, I tell this a lot. I tell this on my YouTube webinars. I mean, my YouTube videos. I also tell this on my webinars that the real secret of success in binary options is you need a substantial account. Um, I would say substantial being about 10K and above, because that is a lot, enables you to do a lot of stuff that you probably can't do with a small account. You can go for re-entries and stuff like that. But over here, Jerry is laying out a very good challenge and invitation that you can start out with a small balance, like 500 or so, and then work on it together as a group during the course of this training. And what I'll be very interested to see is that, by the time that we're going to be doing the next round of the next time we open this out again, how those of you who have come in today or in the next few days would have got, how much we have got your account to by then. And at the same time, the next time when we do a launch, it's not going to be just to members of the Binary Lab. It's probably going to be open to some of the people who have gotten into binary programs elsewhere that also want to partner over here as well and basically a lot of people are going to be seeing what you see today and getting in on what you're able to get in today for much less, for much more next time around. And those people coming on board now, and especially this is to appeal to for those of you out there who like to share and also give advice to people in the Binary Lab chats, because that's going to give you an opportunity to also work with us closely on a mentor basis. So you'll be able to be like a trade mentor for the once this actually gets bigger. Okay, so that's the final thing that I want to leave you with, and I'm gonna be closing off this webinar right now, and the recording is going to be posted to all those people who have registered for this webinar. If you've come in late, or let's say it's going to be posted in this group as well for those people who are not able to be here totally today.